Stain, who I toured with many times, and a very, very funny man. No one else like him in the world. Has anyone read his book? Me neither, but apparently it's very good. The song's called The Ballad of Dexter and Sinestra. Dexter and Sinestra, they loved hard. They went together like cold beer and a hot day. Two right all the way. Yeah, they lived every moment like the last. And that was fine for a time. But one day there were no more roses, just bad memories and too much wine. Things were said, too rich for young blood. Once said, they never really went away. There were tears and sadness, harsh words and guilt. Pretty soon cracks began to appear in the house that Dex and Sissy built. Sissy, that's what he called her. She hated it just the same. One day she said, Dex, you know, sometimes this bed feels like another poor plane. There's this distance between us. I know you're over there, but I can't feel it. Right now I could use a little rain. But his mind was somewhere else. Something about the source of eternal fascination. Pretty soon his bags were packed. The train was pulling out of the station. He shaved his head and went to Thailand to find himself in the peaks and valleys there. All he found was a room at the Bangkok Hilton with a 1,000-yard stare all the time. So he wrote to her. Wanted to know about the little things going on in her life. So one day she sat out in the veranda with a cuppa in one hand and a pen in the other. She wrote him the longest letter. She said, there's a big wind today. People's Washington the street. There's a concert in the park. There's so more tickets than there's seats. And yeah, I still love you. Always think about you. She sealed it with a kiss, signed to Dexter from Sinestra. There'll always be hot days. You can't be too sure about the beat. If you want the full love deal, you gotta put in something extra. You gotta hurt, you gotta bleed. You gotta want, you gotta need. But most of all, you gotta put in the hours, just like Dexter and Sinestra.